So the long-awaited story about the knife. After reading certain comments under videos posted through other channels, I came to wonder, will the testimony of 3 women overturn one of a man? You understand that my diary supports my memory, and that it doesn't mean that if I didn't write it down in my journal, I don't remember. And there's a clear reason why I remember seeing you holding awkwardly a knife in your hands on my birthday, because there were the 2 sisters, Algerian girls, one tall, long, curly hair, and the other one shorter. And it's the eldest of the 2 sisters that leaned over my left shoulder and whispered in my ears, and she said, "You might not be worried about that fact, but I'm pointing out to you your cousin with a knife in his hands." And I turned over and I saw the other sister's look, and she was watching over the kids, because you had that eerie look you have sometimes, and you seemed like you were looking for somebody or someone to appear, and you were walking around and with this knife. See, when I paint, I use these types of knives. And when I cut cake around kids, I use this tool. And I remember when I saw her face, and the other one was calm, the one who came and told me. But I walked straight to you, took the knife from your hands, this knife, and that was the end of it. Nothing traumatic, but a little worrisome. All along, since the beginning, since your mother first told me not to engage with you, and then my own mother said she feared where it could lead, and my boyfriends being nagging about your presence over my house and your true intentions, until you finally admitted. You were dishonest from the start. And I can prove it by different examples that will follow. Fibromyalgia, you deny even suffering from the illness, yet you are beneficiary of government aid over it. You also claim I cured you 10 years ago, so how come are you still using that excuse to justify pain and suffering in your body that we both know probably comes from the fact that you self inflicted wounds to your own body by repeatedly beating yourself up? Ain't that true, Jonathan? You claim you came over my place, and every time you had money. Like that time around, a bit before midnight, when you were roaming around the apartment. You had $500 in your pocket. And that time when you planned a picnic and hid $500 under the bush, there was also a picnic basket with, you told me, a bottle of wine and two glasses and some food, I guess. And you left that trusting a homeless man that had been sitting there watching you do your little sit-up. And I bet ya he had a nice party, and I hope he found friends to share. But I'm not going to pay for that. If you hid $500 under a bush, you can't claim that from me, Jonathan. If you bought 1, 2, and 3 cars, the first of them never made it to my place. I never saw it. You just told me about it, said it was scrapped from the get-go. Second car didn't pass inspection and was pulled from the streets. It would have been a danger. And I remember going to the garage and talking to the advisor, and he told me no. So that one either didn't make it. And then when you showed up with the third one, was parked on the side of the road with a bouquet of flowers decaying on the back glass, and a strange car with a bouquet of flowers drying away would have attracted the attention of my neighbors. It looked like an abandoned car. And so it was a week before I discovered it, because you kept telling me to go see, and I just ignored you. So once I finally got to see it, it needed tires, and I told you, like, in winter in Quebec, you can't drive a car with no winter tires, so it was kind of a way to refuse it from you. But then you said, no, fine, I'll pay for tires. And like, I didn't ask you for a car. I have here in my notes all the subsequent repairs I had to pay on low income. If I didn't own a car at that point, because I had owned a car before and I sold it once I had Thomas, because I didn't have the means to own a car. So that's why I say cadeau de grec. I have bills there for repairs just to maintain it, and the gas, the insurance, you didn't pay for that. Even the license plates. Yes, we did go and exchange titles. But if you paid $2,000 for the car, it was a wreck, and you got played by your friend, Soul was it, who needed teeth, or that's fine, but I'm saying I got $500 in exchange for another car. Not 2,000. It never was about money though, because it's been years and you've just begun speaking about that amount that suddenly, out of nowhere, $14,000 came out, doesn't add up, Jonathan. For roughly 2 months, $500 car, paycheck that did go towards buying myself a couch. It went to pay Danny's rent. Simple as that. And no, I didn't know what had happened of the Bible because Vincent left my place with the Bible and I never knew what had happened to it. So when you asked me with insistence, like, I didn't know what to say. But in one of the comment sections of a video you deleted, he had answered. He just threw it in a bin. And that's it. There was really no ritual around it. He thought the Bible was kind of a link between you and me, and that needed to be destroyed symbolically. And that's why we would have destroyed the Bible. I'll take a break because I'll try and summarize and close up because I'm fed up of this back and forth. Really tired. So I'll see if there's more to add. And we might see each other again.